everyone, welcome back to another Moulage Monday with Lanier Technical College Hall Campus Simulation Center. My name is Sarah and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the first 3 stages of an ulcer. As far as materials, you're going to need some gloves, makeup sponge, some Tegaderm, something to get your modeling wax out with, some cotton tip applicators, modeling wax, I'm using this brand right here, some flesh tone makeup, my 2 favorite Ben Nye palettes. This is the Master Bruise Wheel and this is the Monster Wheel. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I've gone ahead and applied my Tegaderm. Now when you're doing these ulcers, the best place to put them is somewhere where you have pressure points. So say you have a patient that's been laying down for a really long time in the simulation, maybe you can put it at the back of their shoulder, or if they've been laying on their side on the shoulder like this, or you could put it at the back of their elbow. The lower back is also a really good place to put them. So I've applied my Tegaderm. I'm gonna head and use some flesh tone makeup to kind of hide the shininess. I accidentally ran out of makeup sponges, so I'm gonna be using my finger today. Not my favorite method, but it works. Alright, now that I've applied my flesh tone makeup to kind of hide the Tegaderm a little, I'm going to take this red in my Master Bruise Wheel palette, get some up on your sponge, or in this case my finger, and I'm just going to dab it a little. Alright, after I do that, I'm going to take this dark burgundy right here, and again my Master Bruise Wheel, get some up on my finger, and I'm going to dab a little, just to make this area a little bit darker red. This first stage almost looks like what you would do for a bruise. You can put the darker color more in the center. And that is our stage 1 ulcer. Alright, now for the stage 2 ulcer. I've gone ahead and applied my Tegaderm. I'm going ahead and get some modeling wax out. Just a little, I don't need a lot for this. And I'm going to make this into a line so I can form a big circle. When you place this, try to stretch it as much as possible. You don't really want a huge, you don't really want huge sides for this one. So try to flatten it out. And then make the sides flush the Tegaderm. now that I've got my modeling wax on, I'm going to take some flesh tone makeup, my finger, or preferably a makeup sponge, get some up, and I'm going to kind of color this area, flesh tone makeup. Right, now that I've applied my flesh tone makeup, I'm going to take this red from my Master Bruise Wheel palette, get some up. I'm going to really concentrate this bright red in the middle section. I want this middle section to be the darkest. Now that I've done that, I'm going to take a little bit lighter, try to lightly put this bright red on the outside. I don't want it as super dark as the inside, but still needs to have a little red. Once you do that, you're going to take this burgundy color right here, some up on your finger, a bit darker in the center. Alright, once you do that, you're going to take a little small bit of yellow. After I do the yellow, I'm going to take a small bit of this white from my Monster Wheel palette, get some up, kind of go around the edges just a little. Maybe have a few random white spots. Almost looking like bacteria overgrowth. And that is the second stage ulcer. Now for my third ulcer, I'm going to take a good chunk of modeling wax. Already applied my Tegaderm. I'll roll this wax into a ball. Take my finger, I'm going to stick it in the middle of this wax, almost like a donut. I'm going to try to make a crater. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. Once you make your crater, pull the sides a little. Do that, get another chunk of modeling wax out, and you're going to roll it into a line to make another circle around our crater. Once you do that, take this flesh tone makeup and go around the Tegaderm and all the modeling wax. Alright, now once you get that covered, you're going to go in with your red from the Master Bruise Wheel palette. Get some red, finger or makeup sponge. And I'm going to just start putting that in there. Also want to make a little bit of red around the area. I don't want it as red as the inside of the crater. Once you take that, you're going to take this lighter purple right here in the Master Bruise Wheel. Some up on your finger. And you're going to lightly go around outer edges, almost like you're creating a bruise. Now once I do that, I'm going to get my concept applicator, this red from my Master Bruise Wheel. I'm going to go back in and get some of the nooks I couldn't get with my finger. I'm going to go along the edge. So I go with that. I'm going to get another cotton tip applicator. Take this burgundy color right here. So go along the edge a little with this color. Use my finger to smudge it just a little bit. So I get that darker color that I want. I am going to take this dark color right here, almost a black color. Get some up, Q-tip. Then I'm going to go along one edge and insert almost a necrotic looking tissue. Once I do that, I'm going to take my monster wheel again, get some yellow, go on one side with it. And I'm going to smudge it. Try to get a little yellow. I'm going to add a little green. Right. I'm going to take my finger and just dab this. I'm going to go back in a little with my red. Just kind of reinforce this red color throughout. And there is your third decubitus ulcer. Alright everyone, that's it for this week. Next week I will be moving on to stage 4, which is my favorite, and the unstageable ulcer. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.